This is Kingdome Come Deliverance II, one of the most realistic and immersive medieval role-playing games ever made. And today I'm going to try to tell you how the game truly good is, and yes, trying, because in this game is so much stuff that you can do that I cannot explain how good the game is. I think this is the best RPG I've ever played. This game definitely beats Skyrim and Red Dead Redemption 2, or just any other game. If you've played the first game, Kingdome Come Deliverance 1, then you probably know what's up. But if you didn't, this video is mainly for you. Kingdome Come Deliverance 2 is basically set on the foundation of Kingdome Come Deliverance 2, and that's why the game is still set in 15th century Bohemia. Almost every aspect of the game, from graphics and visuals to character interactions and combat, feels incredibly realistic and much better than the first game. Unlike most RPGs, in this game there is no magic or fantasy, everything is grounded in realism. But now we actually need to see the game to tell you more. I won't tell you much about the story because I want to keep it mostly without spoilers. One thing that I want to tell you is how the game depends on the first game. You don't need to play the first game because KCD2 is mainly telling its own story, but sometimes it doesn't because you can speak about your past stories. Perfect example of this is when Henry at the start of the game is at the campfire and a guy asks him about his girlfriend. You can pick to say that you don't have one or that she's just a friend, so no, you don't need to play the first game before the second game. It's just a little bit better if you get it. And next we got combat. Combat is a very special thing in this game. It is upgraded so much from KC1. Every swing, every block feels like you're part of the game. There's just one thing that I really hate about KC2, and it's that the combat feels so easy when you're halfway through a storyline. There are even swords that are extremely overpowered, but I'm going to cover that later. At the start of the game it's fairly hard, yeah, but then it's just easy. I don't even want to talk about swords that have almost one shot or two shot fully plated enemy. But if we disclude that there are OP swords or armor, then the game is extremely good because you can just use swords from guards, you can buy them, or you can just find them from treasures or steal them. So after all, that's great until you're trying to get OP items. Now for a bit I will talk about side quests, because side quests are another part of the game. There's a huge variety of side quests. For example, you can be in a massive prank war between two villages, and that's not even the craziest one. You can literally get drunk with humans, and that is the magic of side quests. You never know where it will take you. Sometimes it can be kinda hard to find those quests, but you can just listen for someone looking for something or anything. You can just stop fights with certain things or basically anything. The fun part about it is just what happens next, because you never know anything. One thing that I need to say about KC1 is that there weren't many side quests, and if there were, then they were just bad or lame. And that's where KC2 has a huge step up. Now you can just find anything in KC2. But one thing I would want to change is that in KC1 there was a lot of hunting side quests, which KC2 lacks a lot. And yeah, of course, there are some, but a lot less than in KC1. And while you're traveling, you can come across someone who needs something or someone who wants to kill you, but for not killing you, he would want money or some kind of quest. Most of the fun side quests come from the first map, and if you didn't know, KC2 has two maps. First, it is surrounding Guthorst Castle, and second one surrounding the city of Gutenberg. After all, the side quests are what the game makes being still good, because if players wouldn't have anything to do, then they will just leave, and side quests just change that. In Kingdome Come Deliverance 1 and 2, crime is a very big thing. You can do anything from just not listening to guards or to straight up killing whole city like Gutenberg. And don't think you can just get away from a crime, because the system doesn't work like other games. But on the other hand, it isn't like if you do a crime, everyone immediately knows. NPCs in this game work differently. If you commit a crime and someone sees it, they will try to describe how you look. And if you want to kill someone the stealth way, you can just put poison in their food. In this world, you can do so many things to kill someone. You can go into a random house and just steal anything you would like. You can steal their clothes, but you have to be careful because you can wake up whoever is in the house. And if you do, then they will check if you stole anything. And if, then they will report you to the guards. But this game isn't just about crime. There are even achievements that require you to kill 0 people. What I'm saying is that you don't need to do anything illegal if you choose to. In conclusion, crime is a big thing in this game, and it definitely adds up to some fun. But you don't need to steal and kill. You can just have fun without any illegal activity. I want to talk about one huge problem, that's economics. At the start of the game, everything is really good, but at like half complete the game, it starts to be a huge problem. Because then you start getting a huge amount of money, and then you can buy basically anything. You can buy the best armor piece for just 4000 groschen, and maybe it sounds a lot, and yes it is, but if you know the strategies, you can earn tons of groschen. And you don't need to use strategies, you can just complete side quests or main quests, or in some places there are golden crosses or golden cups worth thousands. But you can always choose your path, so you can either not spend money on armor, or you can just give your money to a homeless person, or just anything. And when you fight wars, there are usually a lot of red bodies, and if they are especially the Prague army, then they have loot worth over 2000 groschen. So if you don't loot fallen soldiers and do repetitive quests or strategies for money making, then you will be fine. And if you decide to pick up dark gear, then don't forget that you will need to find buyers, and you can sell only a few things, because they don't have infinite amount of money. And also, check if those things you're selling don't have a stone tag. If you steal something, it has a stone tag for a few days, or depending on their value. Now I want to talk about the freeness of this world. I know I said this before and I need to say it now, but Kingdome Come Deliverance II is just full of your imagination. You can choose who your girlfriend can be, and oh, wait, even boyfriend now. So what I'm saying is that you can do anything you want. Yeah, of course, sometimes the game tells you to not do that, but that's only sometimes. This game is based on your decisions. For example, in one mission, you and your team are starving, and someone asks you to cook your dog. As absurd as it sounds, that's just a game. And I want to recommend this game to 12 years plus. Not because it's fun, but because your child will learn. If we discount the occasional killing or swearing, then the game is absolutely insane. Like for me, this game helped me a lot in school, because this game is all about Czech history, and that made me like history in school much more. I even got an A because of that. So when you're playing the game, just be careful what you say. I used to spam click and pick something random, and because of that, the whole damn city wanted to fight me. Now, are there any bugs or glitches in this game? Well, it's not that easy, because first we have to find them, and I already know some. Kingdome Come Deliverance II at the launch had way too many bugs, and it made it almost unplayable. Do you even want to know all the bugs? Yeah, there are like 30 big ones, but those were only from the start. Now it's been 387 days since the game started, or more than 1 year, and there's a lot less bugs now. Today's glitches are wrong item names, visual glitches, frozen animation, NPCs glitching, and some platform problems. These glitches never happened to me, except for NPC glitching. There are probably more, but it's like glitches, not bugs. Also, the performance in this game is absolutely perfect, because I had Ultra preset in graphics, and I had almost no lag. Yeah, I was rocking 60 FPS, but it's pretty good on Ultra graphics. I use RTX 2066GB VRAM paired with Intel Core i3-10100F CPU, and my memory is 16GB, and it's pretty good computer, but not for games like this, but it's still really good. There are 5 presets, and those are low, medium, high, ultra, and experimental. The experimental is only for high-end computers. I tried it once and I had around 10 FPS, probably less, it's just crazy. The performance of this game is really good. You don't need any crazy computer for this game. My closing thoughts are that this game still needs some polishing. What I mean is like economics or OP gear. Overall, this game is fantastic and you should definitely try this game. But now, thanks a lot for your attention. I hope I helped you and have a great day.